First quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field.
Still going inside the 30.
And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Tennessee. So how about that? You want to talk about coming into a hostile environment and just silencing the crowd? They just did it.
Couldn't be a better start. There's no way. All week long, they've talked about having this type of a start, but I think they looked at it from the offensive team's perspective. You know, get the opening kickoff. You guys control the ball. A lot of people are now going to say, okay, now your offense, will they be out of whack? No, not at all. They're going to be absolutely happy. They're relaxed. They took care of business for them. They don't have any pressure now. They can just go play.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that makes the score 7-0. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
Let's go now. Trap alert, trap alert. Trap 60, trap 60. Ready, go.
Now Richardson will throw to start out here.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Ready.
They run with the All-Pro from a couple of years ago, Jonathan Taylor.
And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
There are so many definitions of a complete back. I think most people think a guy who can block, a guy who can catch, and a guy who can run. But how about when you put it all together as a runner and you can fake people out, you can be shifty, and also run with some power and break tackles, as we just saw on that pickup.
And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
The Colts had 2 and 2 through the first 4 weeks of the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And the offense last week, they certainly had things humming, because if you can run up 40-plus points a game, you certainly take a lot of pressure off of your defense, and you're not going to lose very often.
Now a throw here to his running back.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season opener opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them and tackle them on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed it, it would have been a long night.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41.
1st and 10, Taylor now. To the 36-yard line, stop there. You talk about this Titan defense.
They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
And not just speed, not just their physical skills. You know what pulls it all together for this secondary? Their smarts and communication. They play really well as a unit.
Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. On 1st down, Tannehill.
That one into the hands of Hopkins downfield.
He's still on his feet and all the way down to the 17-yard line. A big play that time for the Titans. And even 50 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
The NFL's second leading rusher in 2022. Here's Derrick Henry.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality.
And it's a Titans touchdown.
Traylon Burks,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Titans go up by 2 touchdowns.
That drive was quick and impressive. Almost like they had somewhere else they needed to be after the game.
Dicker now to tack on the extra point.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
They give to Taylor out of the gun.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You talk about this Titan defense.
They come into this one rounding out the top 10 in the 10 spot against the run.
They've established themselves as a top 10 run-stopping unit in the NFL here in the early going. All signs point to me towards them continuing that throughout the season. They look pretty good, pretty darn cohesive to me.
Flushed out right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there. Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
They'll try the air now with Tannehill. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
Samson Abuka in there to bury him for a loss of 11. I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal.
This just 32 yards officially from the right hash. And this one is right through.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away.
And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Ready? Dragon 60.
1st and 10, it's Richardson.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Ready?
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
On the ball. Ready?
On 2nd down, it's Richardson to throw it. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. It's Roger McCreary with a pick.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick six to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders, it's not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick six. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And a rout is on here in this first half. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Now a throw here, hauled in.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
65 catch, 60, careful,
Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
And this is incomplete.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Looking deep downfield.
Oh, he's intercepted again. It's Richardson's 3rd of the game.
Picked off by Amani Hooker. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Play.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
40 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Tannehill. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Complete to DeAndre Hopkins. A gain of 26 yards. First down, Tennessee.
Let's go. Block. Deep. Go.
To throw is Tannehill. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big pickup of 38. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Henry again.
No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Pass incomplete.
Quick hands that time to knock that one away. It sure looked like a short touchdown, but able to get a good break on the football and force the incompletion.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Henry will take this into the end zone for a Titans touchdown. No CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively, because to me, they looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And a rout is on here in this first half.
Colts nothing.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Let's go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Pierce spent most of his rookie season in the Colts starting lineup and accumulated just under 600 yards with some big plays downfield. Expectations much higher for his sophomore season.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Trap 60, trap 60.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Again, it's Richardson.
And this one's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here we go, here we go.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Throwing again, it's Richardson on 2nd down. And he's got Pierce.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
They'll run the toss here with Taylor.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
We've seen that before. Jeffrey Simmons making a stop behind the line.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary, partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
And Gay knocks this one through. And now they'll just need 4 touchdowns as the deficit is now 28. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing at the break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board. Give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
Tannehill. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackman. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Let's go now. 18, Pioneer.
Richardson to the air on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable, or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Richardson to throw. Over the middle, hauled in by Pierce. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Richardson looking to throw. Pass out left, caught by Woods. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Big Lion.
Taylor will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
And they can thank their defense for this one. They were set up with a short field following the turnover, but they took care of business as well, working their way down and finishing with a strong run into the end zone for their first touchdown of the game.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. And he puts this one through. It makes our score 31-10.
Matt Gay to kick off for the Colts.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Last play of the half, Willis rolling to his left. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. As we'll head down to Orlando,
final adjustments taking place in both teams' locker rooms. We're closing in on the second half. And to bring it your way, let's go back up to Indianapolis and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
From the 23, here's second down and 5. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. Got to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Fielded at the 33. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Hey, check that. Street.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
First down, Titans.
Hurt. Roll. Smash. Unlock line. Ready?
They keep it with Henry on first down. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 67 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now. And that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
A first down carry for Henry. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
2 yards the loss, second and 12. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 17-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
How many times do we hear that third down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Well, he'd had success earlier in the drive keeping it himself. Not here, though.
And sometimes when you have that kind of success, you can fall in love with the option a little bit too much and not give the defense credit for making adjustments themselves. And that play starts to lose its effectiveness.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6.
Only 3 points there, but I got to think at this point in the 3rd quarter, that's all you're really looking for.
And right now, the lead is 3 touchdowns and 3 two-point conversions. So you and I both know a huge order for the best of teams. And from what we've seen so far, hard to believe that that's a likely scenario. 3 two-point conversions? That's difficult.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2nd down, here's Richardson.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
But they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson. A short throw pulled in by Woods.
And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25.
It's 4th down.
Going for it on 4th. Here's Richardson. Able to find his man, Woods. And he is going to have a Colts first down. They go for it on 4th and 2, and it's a gain of 6.
4th and 2, they got it. That was kind of that gray area. Is that a feel thing, whether you go run or pass there offensively?
I think it's a feel thing. It's a tendency thing about what you like to do yourself on offense, as well as knowing how strong they are against the run on defense. Got to make a decision, and they made the correct one.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Drop 60. Ready.
Back to the air with Richardson.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
It's Roger McCreary with a pick.
And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
I think he thought he had his first read open on that one, but they were obviously ready for that throw, and that's just a lack of experience showing. Young quarterback stared his man down the whole way, and they were more than happy to sit on that route and bring home the INT.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
On the ready.
Here's Willis, 3rd and long.
And that will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that will extend their lead even further.
So they got the turnover started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Come on.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
18, 5 here.
Back to throw, Willis.
And the catch made by Hopkins.
Down the left sideline. He's got room to roam.
Touchdown, Titans. DeAndre Hopkins. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Titans look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Ready.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally,
and now here is another interception. Picked up by Christian Fulton. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line.
Here we go.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Let's go.
Inside handoff, Henry. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
91 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry
with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 11 yards there, just like last play.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Casey Hayward. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. Now, he wasn't really big on that. He was big on go ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Back to throw, Willis.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Titans. Chris Moore, 63 yards.
And the Titans add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Ready up.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down.
Richardson looking to throw this.
Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
On the double. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. 79 Broncos.
1st and 10, it's Richardson.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Let's go now.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Richardson yet again.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting.
Down the right sideline.
And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Okay, break.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Ready.
They'll try the right side with Henry. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
115 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now they've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal?
Ready.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
You think back to some of the great goal line bruisers of the past, the Earl Campbells, the John Riggins, the Marshawn Lynches. I think you can put Derrick Henry right in that group as he scores there with another patented Derrick Henry run.
Extra point try now from Dicker.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
65, Colts 10.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Christian Fulton. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Shot alert! Shot alert! Let go!
Henry running right. Derrick Henry all alone. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the foot.
So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
60 Bison! 60 Bison!
After the penalty, it's Henry. Tony Brown there on the tackle.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal. Well, they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start. And pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Dicker down to tack on the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
72, Colts 10.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Go, Reed, go!
1st and 10, Taylor now. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Titans, they boost their record.